Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 23 of Nebula Quest. I am Noden, your host, doing the intro in the old-fashioned, fabulous way. So today, we're going to take a little bit of a side mission. Because we're just roughly heading, here to the Horsehead Nebula, and we're going somewhere, it's on the way, it's just, not the way that I was originally going to go. I was looking at this little star over here looks so massive compared to all the little tiny, ugly little bloops on our screen that I want to go and check it out. So we are going to go towards that, and hopefully we will get there today. Yes, so let us commence our journey. Man, so much. Okay, so exciting space news. So today we had SpaceX launching a Dragon capsule. Today is, what is today? Today is the 14th of April 14th, and it is currently 1642 Eastern Time. So we had today, SpaceX was launching a Dragon capsule up to the International Space Station with some cargo. Launch went perfectly, as it often does now for SpaceX. It's still really cool to be able to watch that live. Actually, this literally just happened like 20 minutes ago, so it's pretty, I mean, we're right on top of things here at Nebula Quest. But yeah, so that launched up, whatever, and then it was also their next attempt at landing their first stage, spent first stage, on that little drone platform thing. So, yeah. Well, as you might have guessed by my sudden whatchamacallits, that didn't go quite to plan. It did land on the ship. From a tweet that I saw from Elon Musk just a few minutes ago, it did land on the ship, but too hard for survival. So what does that mean? Well, that's a damn good question. I take that myself to mean that everything landed fine, but it just landed a little bit heavy, like a little bit hard, and because of that, some damage happened to the spacecraft. I wouldn't call it a failure. I wouldn't call it a landing failure, but well, it's a failure, obviously, but it's not like a catastrophe. It didn't become smithereens. It sort of landed, but
Frameshift drive charging.
No. Stop. That's not wrong button. Wrong buttons are being pressed. I need a sip of this delicious space coffee to kind of get us through that. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so maybe it damaged the engines or a strut, like something. I'm thinking that it just landed too hard, and too much damage happened to the spacecraft in order for it to be easily reused, if it was reusable at all. So let's lock this destination and find out where we're going again. Somewhere over here. Let's just fly aimlessly, because hey, why not? So that was, sorry, what was that little star there? I didn't actually look at it very closely. Just before can we lock that back in? Sorry, what was that? A little F white star. So that's just a very little baby star? Just a little baby star, I think. I think Fs are pretty small. I don't know. I actually don't know my classifications of stars very well. Shocking, I know, for all my genius. That looks like it could be another star over there. Let me just do one of these and just see what happens to that, because it's really bright. Or is that just where we're heading? Could be just where we're heading. I think it's where we're heading. I'm going to assume it's where we're heading.
Frameshift drive
okay.
charging.
Charge your frameshift drive. It's very bright, though. It's hard to say. I'm hoping it's just where we're going. We'll find out momentarily.
4,
3, 2, 1.
Engage.
Bad accent. But yeah, it's really cool though. You can sit there and watch the live stream of all their launches, and I was watching it with my dad actually just a little while ago before he left, and he's saying, like, even growing up with space travel as he has, it's still just damn exciting. Were his words. He may not have used the word damn, but that's pretty much what he said. 14? Goodness gracious, we're never going to get it there. We're not going to get to the big star. We're never going to get to the big island, guys. We're just going to get a little more fuel here. We got a lot of hopping around to do, it seems. What do we have? Okay, actually, we're far enough away. I'm going to... let's just wait for it to slow down. And hopefully this won't fry us. Oh no, it's definitely gonna fry us. Okay, let's move away.
Fuel scooping complete.
Thank you. So we didn't need to worry about that anyways.
Warning, taking heat damage.
It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Fuel
Don't worry.
disengaged.
Thanks. And heat levels are dropping. Okay, let's drop our speed down again. And we can point back at this beautiful sun. It's kind of orange. Kind of an orange sun. But yeah, and it is. It's really exciting to kind of watch it. I mean, you're watching, like, I only caught, like, the 8 minutes, basically, from launch till they killed the stream. That's a little red dwarf. It's been a while since I've seen a red dwarf. Everything's been sort of brown dwarfs, or T-Tories, or the occasional, I don't remember. Is that like an M star that we saw last time, or was it something else? I don't actually remember. Okay, that's kind of what I figured that would be. Move in a little bit. I figured most of these 14 will probably be just little rocks like that. But it's really kind of exciting, you're kind of sitting there, like, standing around like a computer monitor, just watching this sort of thing happen, and I'm like, and I really hope that that's the way it kind of stays, like that excitement kind of stays. Like, it would be really, like, space travel isn't something still that happens every day, so we haven't gotten to the point where, with like planes flying, where we're just like, well, it's another plane taking off, just really annoying, it's just that little bit of in the distance there, and, we're lodging sound complaints to the city. I hope space travel never gets to that point. Like, well, no, let me rephrase that. I hope space travel gets to that point, but I hope that they still have that sort of level of, like, until we get to that point, that we're still kind of, oops, I was just too far away there. That we still kind of have all of this, like, live streaming and people are watching it, and because I think that's cool. It's not everything that people. It's not every kind of scientific endeavor, and there's some, you can question how scientific it is to launch a space shuttle, like a spacecraft, unmanned spacecraft, up to this space station with a bunch of supplies. But I mean, every launch, it's not that many, we haven't had that many launches in the history of the world, and it is, I think everyone's still really special, and we learn, I think, a lot with every launch that we do. None of it is routine. And that's pretty cool that that's just a thing still. Going back this way. What was I gonna say? But actually, I'd like to see more data. That's what I really want. I'm like, well, more data. I mean, as we have talked about before, I am a self titled, self-proclaimed data whore. I love it. I want to see more. So I'd love to see like a G meter in the live stream. I'd love to see live readouts of altitude and
Warning,
velocity.
taking heat damage.
Oh, how?
Module
Really?
malfunction.
Oh, no. We were at 65 for so long. When did we jump up in temperature?
Warning,
So
taking heat damage.
yeah, I heard you the first time. Okay. Okay, we got a thruster malfunction, which is bad. But yeah, let's just stick away from there for a bit. Damn it, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I want to see more data. I want to see, live readouts of altitude and velocity. Yes, that'd be actually really interesting for me to see. Also because, they give you the readouts where they're like, they're talking about it every once in a while, like every like 30 seconds or so. They kind of give you a readout of, oh, we're at this speed and this velocity. But I'd love to see it. I want to see the data, so I don't have to worry about listening to somebody talk. I just want to see the data. And because I actually didn't know where they were going before. Whoa. Ooh, it's very orange. Before the launch, I knew that they were launching, but I couldn't remember where they were going. So then I was like listening into their when they were giving the briefs of when, like, where the stage was, second stage was, and I'm like, okay, let's try to figure out where they are based on, you know, the speed they're going and the altitude they're at and whatnot. And I mean, there's only so many places to go, you know, right now. It's like, well, are we going into, let's see, let's go into a low orbit? Are we going to the ISS kind of low orbit? Are we going to like geosynchronous? It had a Dragon capsule on board, which we found out later, which kind of meant it was going to the ISS, and then, of course, its speed and altitude kind of said, hey, ISS, and sure enough, it was going to the ISS, but, that's pretty. That's pretty. Kind of, Mars, but really close. How close are we? We are 6 light seconds. That's pretty close. What's the altitude of Mercury? I actually don't know what Mercury's orbit is. How big is this? This is 3,800. So it's a little bit bigger than Mars. Very, very close to its parent star. Alright, let's head on to the next one. So there's only, like, what was it, 4 of those little clusteries? So that's pretty cool. Means a lot of these are actually like planetoids. Fun. Yeah, anyway, so space news. Exciting space news. So that's pretty fun. I don't know. Plus it was like, it's because it's like so, like, we're on the ball here. Like, we're so, like, current with what's going on that, I thought it was cool that we could actually talk about that today, right now, as we... let's give this guy a wide berth. As we, recorded our Thursday episode of Nebula Questo. Nebula Questo. I don't know why I did that. That's just weird. Another one that is happening right now is Humble Bundle is having a Humble Bundle. It's an Origin Humble Bundle, and it's actually a really good one. The prices are fairly... oh, goodness gracious. The price is really good for the games. The games are really good. I've got it over here on the other monitor if I can ever get pointed back at this little planetoid. It's another little orange rock ball. Yeah, good games. It's got, over here, we've got Dragon Age Origins, we got Peggle, Dead Space 2, Medal of Honor, Allied, Assault War Chest, Command & Conquer, Generals, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, Dragon Age 2, Bejeweled 3, Mass Effect, and then other games to be added later. And that's, to get all that, I mean, that's both Tier 1 and Tier 2, $447 to unlock. That's not bad. The nice thing is, like, I haven't gotten it yet. I'm kind of waiting to find out what other games get added to it, and that's for a couple of reasons. But one of those reasons, Pat Rock, our good friend Pat Rock, has just lifted from my conscience, because Origin, as we know, is a product of EA, Electronic Arts, and EA, as we know, have been sometimes kind of bastards. So, I've been very much sticking to my guns. I know how often I make these kind of resolutions that don't go very well, like, hey, we're not playing any more indie games, or hey, we're not playing any more early development games. I think is more accurate, not indie games, early access games. But I did quite a while ago, I guess now at this point, say, okay, I'm not buying any more EA games. I'm not giving them any more money until they start cleaning up their act, kind of a thing. And I've been sticking really well to that. But this one, I mean, this has some really good games and for a very good price. But at the same time, I'm like, well, yeah, but I really don't want to give EA $5. Like, that's just not what I want to do. And Pat was actually saying that because he has gone in for this bundle, that they're actually, if you haven't used a Humble Bundle before, basically you pay what you want, and then once you've paid what you want to, like if you pay what you want, if you give any donation, I think over like $1 or something like that, you get the tier 1 stuff. So, and then if you pay over the average donation price, you get the second tier things. And then they're always adding stuff and whatnot. And then once you do donate, there is often an option to actually not say often, there is always an option to set the sliders for how your money is distributed between a number of charities and the developer. And so, I mean, which is nice because you can kind of like, you know, like, oh, like I don't want to support EA because they're a bunch of bastards sometimes. So you can say, oh, you just slide that one off over to the not key, and then you give a bunch to Child's Play charity or whoever it is that, you know, this is a very strange. Oh, it must have an atmosphere is what it does. Ooh, look at that, nice little atmosphere on a little, you know, Mars-ish, slightly larger than Mars planet. And then let's go take a look at his friend over here. But apparently, as Pat Rock has told me, that they don't even have a slider this time for Origin. It's 100% to charity, and I think that's pretty cool. So we'll have to see what they give, what they add to it to really make it. Because the problem with it at the moment is all those games, like, I've actually really wanted to play the Dragon Age games because I haven't yet. And that looks like it has that atmosphere as well. Because I haven't yet, and I have heard really good things about them. Mass Effect, I've played, I think all the Mass Effect games so far. Dead Space, I hear, is a really good franchise. This is Dead Space 2, I guess. I don't know if I said 2 or not, but it's Dead Space 2. It does look like it has an atmosphere. Okay, let's move on. Moving on. We're on the clock here. Come on. It's still, you know, $5 for like a load of games that I'm not likely to play. It's not because the games are bad or anything like that. It's just that, like, man, like I got a list like as long as my arm of games that I'm like either playing off and on already or that I want to play when they come out, kind of a thing. So it's really kind of hard to say, like, you know, $5, not a lot of money, but at the same time it's like, well, yeah, but it's I'm just throwing away $5 at that point. I wouldn't just chuck $5 at the drain. Now you can say, okay, well, yes, listen, Noden, you're giving $5 to charity and you're getting a bunch of stuff that even if you use it or not, fine. That's okay, but, you know, if I want to give to charity, I'm going to give to charity in the manner that I want to give to charity, or to the charities, I should say, that I want to, and in the manner that I want to, or supporting those people who I do want to also support. Whether it's in a physical way or a inspirational way. For instance, like if I wanted to give to Child's Play charity, I would do it through Firelands or Bust, not because, you know, Kurt J. Mac gets a kick out of, gets a kickback from anything, all the money he earns. He doesn't. Any money that earns for Child's Play charity goes straight to Child's Play charity. And I don't want to give money to Child's Play charity so that Kurt J. Mac gets something other than that little bit closer to his goal to get him closer to what he wants to do. And to me, that $5 is better spent than getting whatever it is, a dozen games or a handful or 10 games that I'm not likely to play. I'd rather see Kurt J. Mac, for instance, get closer to his goal than get a number of games for the same money to the same charity. So it's just little things like that. Just had a frame drop for no obvious reason. I'm gonna go take a little peek-see at this guy too. We're getting closer up to Earth-sized here. A little bit larger than Earth, 6,500 kilometers. It's looking like it's got an atmosphere. Or maybe it's an ice ball. Hard to tell. Alright. I'm trying to slow down. Oh man, I really want to find a station. Yeah, it looks like an ice ball. I just want to find a station so we can do some repairs. I can sell some stuff. Yeah, big snowball. Alright, good to know. And we can move on. Only 4 more things to discover. Alright, this is of course directly behind us. But anyways, either way, it's a good deal if you're interested in any of those games. $5 is certainly a great price for them, and you can't go wrong supporting charity while receiving some free stuff. So, oh god. Okay, so guess what? I'm gonna end the episode here. Because we haven't gotten to the place we want to go to, but I got all these things to discover, and I feel like I can't just leave them unexplored. I know that, like, if we pop over here to the system map, I know that all these. Oh, look at all this stuff. We haven't even gotten. This must be some of the stuff we just found out about. But for instance, I know that all this stuff has been discovered before. Oh, maybe it hadn't. Were we the first? Does that mean that we were the first? What does that mean? Okay, let's slow down. Now let's start scanning this one. I just want to see what happens if this one pops up as a, whatever it was, discovered by J.J. Hackett or J.J. Abrams or whoever it was that was discovering stuff around here. Oh, come on now. Okay. Let's just do one of these. Quick S maneuvers. Okay. Let's not get too close, too fast. Looks like another ice ball. Alright, so we got a game where roughly it says Venus now. This guy. And system map. And was this one discovered by JJ? It wasn't. Oh. Maybe we were the first ones to discover those. Could be. Could be. And JJ Hatchet, JJ Abrams found those ones. Alright, well, yes. So we're going to end. My kitten Cheesy has come up here to say goodbye as well. And until next time, guys, ciao, I love you. Good night.